What happened to Christine and Michael Barnett after Good American Family, where they are today? Hulu's Good American Family pulls inspiration from real events and people, including Ellen Pompeo's Christine Barnett and Mark Duplass's Michael Barnett. The 2025 drama limited series, created by Katie Robbins, revolves around the Barnetts' adoption of Natalia Grace, an orphan from Ukraine, born with a rare form of dwarfism called dystrophic dysplasia, in 2010. The married couple had 3 biological sons, Jacob, Ethan, and Wesley, before the adoption, the oldest of whom was diagnosed with autism at a young age. After taking Grace in, Christine and Michael Barnett began suspecting that she wasn't exactly who she said she was. As shown in the Hulu miniseries, Christine and Michael Barnett accused Grace of displaying strange behavior and threatening them with violence. Christine Barnett even claimed that their adopted daughter tried to kill her. Based on all their alleged observations, they concluded that Grace must have been much older. The couple depicted in Good American Family believed Grace was in her 20s, not a 7-year-old child. Per TODA, Christine and Michael Barnett filed a petition in 2012 to legally change Grace's birth year from 2003 to 1989, which was successful. A year later, they parted ways with her. After legally changing their adopted daughter's birth year, Christine and Michael Barnett moved to Canada with their 3 sons in 2013. However, they didn't take Natalia Grace with them. Instead, the couple left Grace in an apartment in Lafayette, Indiana. According to court documents, Christine and Michael Barnett left Grace behind to transition to life as an adult because they believed she was much older than 7 to 8 years old. Christine and Michael Barnett were able to petition the Marion County Probate Court, per Forbes, to legally change Grace's birth year from 2003 to 1989 because of psychological and physical examinations. One court document refers to age estimates provided by a primary care physician and social worker as the reasoning behind the change. So Christine and Michael Barnett moved to Canada with their 3 sons, and Grace stayed behind in Lafayette. Another couple, Cynthia and Antoine Mans, met Grace while she was living alone and ultimately filed for legal guardianship of her in 2016. The adoption officially went through in 2023. Not too long after moving to Canada, Michael Barnett filed for divorce from his wife in 2014. However, it took a few years before their separation was finalized. Their divorce became official in 2018. So as of the writing of this article, Christine and Michael Barnett, who are played by Ellen Pompeo and Mark Duplass in the Good American Family cast, aren't together. Sometime after his divorce was finalized, Michael Barnett married another woman, Jennifer Barnett. However, that relationship reportedly didn't last either. Court records accessed by TOBA reveal that Michael Barnett filed for divorce from Jennifer Barnett, played by Kim Shaw in Hulu's Good American Family, and it was finalized in 2022. Aside from that, though, any other relationship that Michael Barnett or Jennifer Barnett took part in is unknown, as is their current marital status. When Cynthia and Antoine Mans filed for guardianship of Natalia Grace in 2016, Michael Barnett filed an objection. He claimed that Natalia was an adult, implying she didn't need guardians. This resulted in many years of legal proceedings concerning Grace's case. According to Fox News, Michael Barnett was charged with 3 counts of neglect of a dependent and conspiracy to commit neglect of a dependent. In October 2022, a jury found him not guilty on all counts. Christine Barnett faced similar neglect charges as her ex-husband, but they were dismissed in March 2023, per UDHR. So neither of them were ever found guilty of neglecting Grace. However, a 2019 affidavit of probable cause reveals that a Peyton Manning Children's Hospital doctor examined Grace in 2010 and concluded that she was 8, seemingly disproving Christine and Michael Barnett's allegations. 2 years later, a skeletal survey deduced she was 11 years old. Grace also took a DNA test in 2023, which determined she was around 22, further suggesting she was a child when the Barnetts left her. As mentioned above, the marital statuses of Christine and Michael Barnett are unknown as of the writing of this article. Michael Barnett is reportedly still living in Indianapolis, Indiana, as of 2023. Meanwhile, Christine Barnett's last known address places her in Indiana. However, those records are from 2019, and she might have moved somewhere else in the 6 years since. Christine Barnett was living in New Hamburg, Ontario in 2018, though. In the years since accusing Natalia Grace of lying about her age, Christine and Michael Barnett have made many statements on the matter. Christine Barnett has declared that she never abused Grace while living with her. In a now-deleted 2024 Facebook post, Barnett wrote, "As for Michael Barnett, he previously accused his ex-wife of manipulating and mistreating him while they were still together. In ID's 2023 docuseries, The Curious Case of Natalia Grace, which Christine Barnett decided not to take part in, Grace confronts her former adoptive father. He explains to her that he had the same monster you did. Michael Barnett claimed that Christine Barnett abused him as well, which she has since denied. Despite appearing alongside one another in Good American Family, Michael Barnett and Grace don't live together. She doesn't live with the Manns either. In The Curious Case of Natalia Grace, she alleged that the Manns abused her too. So Grace moved in with Nicole and Vincent DePaul, a couple who tried to adopt her back in 2009 before the Barnetts did, as depicted in Hulu's adaptation of Grace's true story, Good American Family. The saga of Christine and Michael Barnett, once hailed as model parents, took a dramatic turn following their adoption of Natalia Grace, a Ukrainian orphan with dwarfism. Their story, marked by legal battles and media scrutiny, has been revisited in the Hulu series Good American Family, prompting renewed interest in their current lives. In 2010, the Barnetts adopted Natalia Grace, believing she was a 6-year-old child. However, they soon suspected she was an adult posing as a child, citing her physical maturity and alleged behavior. In 2012, they successfully petitioned an Indiana court to change her birth year from 2003 to 1989, legally making her 22 years old. Subsequently, they moved to Canada in 2013, leaving Natalia in an Indiana apartment. In 2019, the Barnetts were charged with neglect of a dependent. Michael Barnett was acquitted in 2022, and charges against Christine were dismissed in 2023 due to insufficient evidence. A 2023 DNA test later confirmed that Natalia was approximately 9 years old at the time of her adoption, contradicting the Barnetts' claims. Christine Barnett, now divorced from Michael, continues to assert her innocence. She authored a memoir titled Witch Hunt: The Christine Barnett Story, detailing her perspective on the events. Despite the controversies, she remains active in public discourse, defending her actions and challenging the narratives presented in media portrayals. Michael Barnett remarried in 2016 to an artist known as Jennifer, who signs her work as Jennifer. However, he filed for divorce in 2021. Details about his current endeavors remain limited, and he has maintained a relatively low public profile since the legal proceedings concluded. After a tumultuous period, Natalia Grace found stability with the DePaul family in upstate New York. Living with Nicole and Vincent DePaul, who also have forms of dwarfism, Natalia has been working towards independence. She aspires to become a teacher, mother, and wife, focusing on building a positive future. The Barnett story has been the subject of various media adaptations, including the docuseries The Curious Case of Natalia Grace and the dramatized Hulu series Good American Family. These portrayals have sparked discussions about adoption, disability, and the complexities of familial relationships.